I am up and packed and ready to hike. Well, good morning. It's chilly out this morning, so I'm eager to get hiking. It's just a little after 6, and I'm going that way and then up a mountain, 1,000 feet and 1.3 miles, and that's going to take me to the high point of the Colorado Trail, which is pretty cool. I'm not loving climbs lately. If you've been watching, you know that. They've been really hard for me, especially for my lungs, but I hope that getting out early, doing it while it's cool, is going to make it a lot easier. And then hopefully by the time I get to about mile 7, the rest of the trail down into the trailhead for Lake City should be hopefully a lot easier. I do believe it's a mountain lion way up there. That is so cool. These guys don't seem too concerned about me, but I also don't want to get too close, so I'm taking my time, giving them space. I was just sitting here thinking about taking a picture, and I look up and I see a little head peeking at me. Right there. It's okay, sweetie. Just having a break. Well, after 2 water sources that were no good, I see one that's moving, but I have to go down there. Yikes. Okay, I made it down. I have slipped many, many times on those, and I tend to go down like an old lady sideways, tiptoeing, trying to keep my weight over my feet. I'm about to shed my rain pants because it's going to be warming up soon, and I've got a big climb. I think I've got 2 or 3 more decent climbs before things start to level out this morning. It's about 8:40 right now, and I started a little after 6. It took me a long time to get up that big climb to the high point, but I also took some extra time because of all the wildlife I was seeing, which is pretty awesome. So anyway, I'm taking my time today. I can't wait to get into town, but at the same time I want to enjoy this hike. So if I don't get all the way there, I can camp right outside town, go in first thing in the morning, and if the day goes well, then I'll be able to get there by mid to late afternoon. So we'll just see how things turn out. Well, that up there was the top of the second steep climb, and now I'm heading down, and then I think I've got one more kind of steep climb before things even off. You can tell I'm looking forward to that. That'll be very nice. Well, I started my last set of climbs for the day. It looks like there's kind of a little bunch of 3. And over the next 3 miles or so, a little more than 3 miles, I'll be going up about 1,200 feet. So it doesn't sound terrible. Hopefully it won't be terrible. And then it'll be really sweet to be on more even terrain. I know there'll still be some ups and downs, little ones, but yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I think I said that. I am looking forward to that. It's only about 11 o'clock, and I just saw my first hiker of the day. Woohoo! There really aren't that many people out about, but I know of at least 10 that were trying to get to Lake City today, so that'll be interesting. But anyway, I was looking for a place to stop and take kind of an early lunch. I feel like I need to eat something. So I just came out of these trees, and it's looking pretty barren out there. I guess above tree line, actually. So hello, bee. And so I'm going to go ahead and eat here and then continue on. I've got about 9 miles into Lake City, so I feel like I'm doing all right. I've been slow this morning, obviously, since I started at 6 a.m., but I'm pretty positive I'll be picking up speed here within a couple miles. You know, to be honest, I'm having a really hard time eating lately. Had a bar for breakfast, and it seems like every kind of bar I eat just makes me sick. And yeah, they just taste terrible to me for some reason, even ones that I used to really like. But I don't want to just subsist on sugar, and I've been eating a lot of candy to kind of power me up the hills, and then, you know, different kinds of bars, but they all seem to have oatmeal in it. Not oatmeal. They probably do have oatmeal in them. Coconut, which I like coconut, but for some reason it's not sitting well with me. So I think right now I just ate a few Fritos, and instead of having a full lunch, I'm just going to have some snacks. And who knows, maybe some M&Ms to make me happy. And, you know, like I said, it's early, so I can maybe have some real lunch later when I have a chance to really sit. And I don't know. Definitely looking forward to getting some new food in town. Oh no. Oh, let me show you what I see. That's a snow traverse right ahead. I was hoping I wouldn't have to cross anymore, but I guess I do, because I can't very well turn around and go a different direction. Okay. If I do fall, that's where I'm going to end up. But it looks like this is trail to trail, and it should be fairly flat, and it's been used a lot. So I'm going to do my best. It's pretty terrifying. I know people do it every day, but since I fell before, it's pretty terrifying. I'm going to get my head around this for a minute and then go. I did it! It was scary, but I did it. There's the valley I just came through. I climbed all the way up here. Just a little ways to go to the top. It's pretty spectacular. Those views back there were literally dizzying. They were disorienting. I was so high. I don't think I've ever been that high before, looking down into valleys. So that was really something. And now looking ahead, you can see where the trail goes all the way around that mountain. I think it's I think it goes down that way afterwards. It's quite a while before we get back on the front line. It goes on and on and on, but about 3.5 miles I'll be at the trailhead. Well, good morning. It's about 8 o'clock, and I wanted to check in since I was so busy hiking 6 straight miles down a pretty straight trail to get to town that didn't really check in. The wind was crazy. I think it was like 34 miles an hour blowing against me, so I had to work extra, but that's life on the trail. Anyway, so I worked very hard to get here to town. I got in got to the trailhead a little bit before 5. Met up with a couple of other hikers, and it took us probably about 15 or 20 minutes to get a hitch into town, but we had a wonderful driver drop us off exactly where we wanted to go, gave us a lot of tips about the town, so that was perfect. And I made it to the hiker feed, so I had a really good plate of Thanksgiving dinner last night, turkey and gravy and dressing and potatoes and green beans and all that yummy stuff that really hit the spot, because the food I've been eating on the trail has not been sitting well with me, and I'm gonna have to completely clean out my food bag today and start over with some kind of different meals. So anyway, that's one of the town chores I have to do. I've got to do a lot of things like laundry, cleaning out my bottles, just going through all my gear, making sure there's no fixes to be made, running errands, going to the post office, charging electronics, all that stuff that takes up about half of a 0 day. But that's okay, because the other half I can spend resting and editing videos and just wandering around town, getting some good food in me, which I really need because I have not been eating enough calories. So I'm excited about that. And yeah, just checking out Twin Lakes. I hear it's a pretty awesome town. So that's on the agenda for today. And then we'll be back at you again tomorrow when I start hiking. But first, let me just show you a little bit about this hostel where I am. It's called Raven's Rest. It's a really cute little place. All right, here it is. There's 2 bunk rooms. That one there, I think, has just 4 bunks in it. And this one over here where I'm staying has 8. Some nice common area. Big kitchen, huge table, kiker boxes, learner clues, all the things that you would need. And then they've got lots of showers. Some hostels, if you've never stayed in one, some only have just like a, let me flip the light on, just like a regular bathroom, but others have stalls, and this one has both. So you got a sink there, a couple of different showers, and then a bathroom back there, water closet if you want to call it that. So that's about it. But outside they've got some bikes, they've got some nice sitting areas you can see, and it's right smack in the middle of the town. That's just a little small street right there. There's a park across the street, there's a library, and pretty much everything you need is in walking distance. I plan to get out a little later today on a bike and explore and do my chores. And I forgot to mention that they also have a big hiker resource center in the Presbyterian Church, which is where the dinner was last night. But during the day from Monday through Saturday, 9 to 6, I think, maybe 9 to 8. I have to double check the hours. But anyway, most of the day it's open for hikers to go in, charge their stuff. They've got a hiker box there, which I hear is pretty awesome. Coffee, tea, water, all those kinds of things. And just local town members volunteering to staff it so they can help hikers out, answer questions, that sort of stuff. And they also run a volunteer shuttle, which is pretty sweet because it's a ways to the trailhead. So they have a shuttle that goes once a day around midday. So it takes hikers back to the trail and picks people up about 12:30. So if you can time it right, then that's a free way to get in and out of town. So that's it for today. I'm gonna take my zero, enjoy my zero, and see you tomorrow.